Have you ever felt like a project you did wasn't good enough? Somehow you're on the third draft and yet the alignment just doesn't seem perfect. Or maybe you've read a math question more than once, yet your handwriting doesn't seem good enough. I remember, even as I was writing this speech, staring at a blank screen for about 5 minutes before mustering up the courage to type this in. I remember staying up till 3 o'clock for a simple English assignment just because the words didn't sit right. I also remember feeling unsettled because my rose plant's leaves didn't look well groomed. So one fine Sunday, I decided that I was going to try and trim it. I hacked at it with a pair of gardening shears only for it to look like a badly done haircut, which then prompted me to burst into tears. I lived on being supposedly perfect, thrived on my teachers calling my work great, thrived on my peers giving me commendments, but in the process, I forgot it all. I hid behind a chinked shield just because I didn't feel good enough. I felt like I was fearing judgments. I trusted a lot of people, and when someone inevitably broke my trust, I cracked open. And to save myself from that feeling, I hid. I hid so people would see the perfect me, but not the real, vulnerable me. I didn't, and talking about perfectionism isn't just one thing. It can have many faces. I remember when I was 8, I redid a coloring page thrice just to make sure I was coloring within the lines. That was myself. Self-perfectionism. And then when I was in 6th grade, getting an 18 out of 20 on a test seemed like a failure. Why? Because I thought that's what others expected of me. That is socially prescribed perfectionism, where you carry the weight of someone else's expectations. When I was in about the 7th grade, I took over an entire group project because I believed no one else could do it right. I redid everyone's cues, I rewrote the slides, I stayed up all night to do it, and eventually we did get an A on that project, but I didn't feel good about it. Everyone was mad at me, I didn't feel proud, I felt alone. That is other-oriented perfectionism, when you orient others with a sense of perfection. And these aren't just stories. This is how I shaped my relationships, school, and my sense of self-worth. And unlearning that, even today, takes time and effort. So maybe you've probably felt the same way too. Maybe you've reworked on something that no one else asked you to fix, or maybe you've tried smiling even when you feel so broken inside, because being perfection feels like an easy choice. It seems better than being yourself and letting yourself be seen. Thinking that if I don't get this right, everything will go wrong. Holding myself up to impossible standards so I don't disappoint anybody. And that is what happened to me. And here's what I learned about perfectionism from it. It isolates you and it eventually breaks you. So maybe, just maybe, those drafts don't matter. That messy desk doesn't matter. I'm slowly learning that being myself matters more than to be perceived as flawless. So perfectionism still whispers in my ear sometimes, but it does not control who I am. It does not control my actions, because maybe the projects I submit, the assignments I do aren't myself, but I'm the person behind it all. Multiple drafts strewn around, ugly plans and all. And that's the thought I want to leave you with, that you don't have to be perfect in order to matter, and you don't have to hide in order to be loved. Thank you.